Palliative care physician, Dr. Amit Arya, in the conversation. Dr. Arya, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Akshay.
So last few days, many experts such as yourself have said that numbers are being underreported because of testing capacity limits, and also rapid tests aren't being recorded right now. In that scenario, what does one need to do more to contain the spread?
Well, firstly, I think the message that we want the public to hear at this point is that if you have a positive rapid antigen test but can't get access to PCR, or you neither have access to a rapid antigen test nor a PCR test, which unfortunately is the case for many people, but have symptoms of COVID-19, then you should assume, once again, you have COVID-19 without getting the PCR test. And I'll add that specifically we know that the symptoms of the Omicron variant look a little bit different. People are presenting with a sore throat more than loss of taste or smell, along with a runny nose, cough, and body aches. Don't assume this is a cold or flu. Assume that you have COVID-19. Self-isolate and isolate with members of your household and inform your contacts yourself at this time.
Let me ask you this also, Doctor, where the rapid test is concerned. We know that they are not 100% accurate, but let's just say if somebody is testing positive, of course, the advice is get a PCR test to confirm it. But if you have that positive, stay home if you can't get a PCR. What if you have the symptoms, but the rapid test is showing you a negative? Then what do you do?
So at this point in time, we are recommending that the rapid test should only be used for people who are asymptomatic. Right? So that would answer your question, Akshay, because we know that if you have symptoms, you should be assuming that you have COVID-19. And if you have access to a PCR test, you should be directly going for the PCR test, of course, after isolating. The rapid test is useful because it tells you if you're infectious, even if you don't have symptoms. And we know that that's a sizable number of people, perhaps about 40% of adults and 50% of children can still spread COVID-19 without symptoms. So especially before going into another setting, especially an indoor high-risk setting like a workplace or in the future schools or, to meet up with other people, which of course we're advising to limit, it's better to do a rapid test before. And if you're positive, that will tell you that you're infectious.
All right. Now, as a palliative care physician, doctor, what have you been seeing playing out with kids in the last month since Omicron was detected in Canada a month ago?
So specifically, our fears with children are that at this point in time, our vaccine rollout is just starting with children. So children have not yet received their second dose by and large, so they don't have full protection with the Omicron variant. And specifically, we're talking, Akshay, about children between the ages of 5 to 11. Under 5, we still don't have any protection for children because the vaccine is unfortunately not approved. And while thankfully we are not as worried about, children dying from COVID-19 or Omicron, although no child or nobody should really have to die from COVID-19 at this point, we are worried about other complications and problems. In other settings, such as New York, for example, we're seeing a worrying rise in pediatric hospitalizations. And of course, we're worried about other complications like long COVID. So we've got to do all we can to protect our children. And specifically, we've got to do all we can at this point. I mean, I'm speaking as someone who works and lives in Ontario to try to keep schools safe so that they can open.
Doctor, what is your advice to parents who have to face with their kid who doesn't have a vaccine? I'm talking about, of course, those below 5, but who are now infected and are positive. What should the parents be doing?
Well, I think at this point in time, I mean, my focus is really on prevention. But once again, if you are infected, I mean, we do see, of course, many members of our community. It's very challenging, of course, if you have young children, you have to look after those children. Please speak to your family physician if at all possible. And once again, I will say it, the most important message is that we have the tools on how to protect ourselves from this virus, starting with vaccinations. We know that that third dose of the vaccine is critical to lowering the chance of getting symptoms from the Omicron variant. So if you can get that third dose as soon as possible, please do get it. Please, if your children are eligible, please do get vaccinated. And I guess another part of this message, Akshay, is that at this point in time, because we are worried about healthcare, we're worried about schools, we're encouraging people to limit their contacts and especially try and avoid non-essential activities. Of course, we shouldn't be prioritizing entertainment over keeping our schools open and protecting our healthcare system.
All right. Palliative care physician, Dr. Amit Arya, appreciate your time. Thank you, doctor.
Thank you so much, Akshay.